Hey everyone, it's Mastermind 1000 here, and I'm back with another video. And if y'all remember, I did do top 10 villains from movies that got what they deserve. And for this video, I thought I'd do top 10 more villains. So yeah, for this video, it's called top 10 more villains from movies that got what they deserve. And just a reminder, if y'all haven't seen any of these movies, then it could be a spoiler, so yeah, viewer discretion is advised. But yeah, anyways, let's get to the video, shall we? Number 10, Titan Megamind. So, pretty much in the movie Megamind, Titan was first a civilian named Hal, and then suddenly Megamind gave him powers, and he turned into a hero, but then he decided to become a villain. So, it all started with after Megamind thought he destroyed Metro Man. So, he had Metro Man's cape, and it had his DNA on it. And then he created a secret little thing, like a little stone, a stone shaped like a bullet that can turn people into a superhero with Metro Man's DNA. And then he placed it into a needle-shaped gun. And he was going to use it to turn someone into a superhero. And then suddenly Roxanne found his secret hideout, and they fought over the gun, and they accidentally fired it. And then it gave Hal superpowers, and he became the new Metro Man. And he was happy that he was going to be a hero. But unfortunately, sooner or later, he found out that unfortunately, Roxanne doesn't want anything to do with him. And then suddenly, he chose to become the villain. And then he, of course, fight Megamind in there. And everyone in Metro City thought he was the new hero. But unfortunately, he said, oh, I wouldn't say free, more like under new management. And he flicked the mayor in the face and sent him flying. And then he was taking over the city and named it Titanville. But then suddenly, Roxanne tried to stop him, and she said she wants Hal back. But unfortunately, it didn't work. So then she called Megamind to come back, and then it worked. Megamind finally came back, and they fought each other again. And then Megamind grabbed the ray gun he used to give Hal his powers, and then he used it to drain his powers, and he went back to old-fashioned Hal. Oh, and also, fun fact, if y'all love Barnyard, well, it's confirmed that Titan from Megamind is Snotty Boy from Barnyard. And yeah, but anyways, yes, in the end, Titan got what he deserved.
Olo. Thing about bad guys, they always lose.
Number 9, Jinx, the Garfield movie, 2024. So, what Jinx did was very dark and evil, because back then, Garfield's dad, Vic, abandoned her and let her get captured, and then she went too far with it, that she tried to kill Vic and Garfield. But then her henchmen betrayed her because she realized how much of a good family Garfield and his dad are, and how much they love each other. So then they betrayed her, and then she tried to kill them by pushing them off the train all by herself. And then she got pushed off the train by the bridge. And then suddenly in the end, they put her in a cage, and they gave her to the security guard from the Lactose farm. And then she got what she deserved.
Oh, Oh, save it, Cat Fancy. I know you planned the milk truck heist and then tried to throw those innocent cats off a train to cover it up. The boys told me everything.
Number 8. Mount Gosha, the Minecraft movie. So, basically, the reason why Mount Gosha was the villain in the Minecraft movie is because back when she was young, she danced during the semifinals of the Nether's Got Talent, and then which is supposed to be a parody of America's Got Talent. But unfortunately, after she danced on that stage, all the piglins in the Nether laughed at her, because unfortunately they thought it was funny. So then after that, her father was disappointed in her, and he told her that it's time to take adult responsibilities. So he gave her a pickaxe and told her to go find some gold, and that her dance was embarrassing. And after that, she turned mad and then turned evil. And then after that, once she became old, she made all the piglins work for her and made them kill for gold. And then after that, she got the orb from Steve, and she placed it on top of the portal that they came from. And she made all the piglins came from the Nether, so that way they can take over every village and find more gold, so they don't have to go mining for gold anymore. But luckily, Steve and his friends stopped her by making him some diamond armor and creating an army of iron golems. And it worked. And then after that, they removed the orb from the top of the portal, and then all the piglins got zombified, and even her. And then she even tried to kill Steve with a knife, but then Steve was just slapped out of her hand, and now she was too weak.
You really are the worst. Goodbye.
This is it, really! Come back! I don't even have a knife! Where would I keep it? Sneak attack!
Number 7. Bowser, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So, pretty much as we all know, Bowser was trying to take over the Mushroom Kingdom like he always does in every Mario game. And also, of course, in the movie, he came to the Ice Kingdom and where he fights King Pablo and all the penguins. And then he melts the entire ice castle with his fire breath. And then he gets the superstar. And then now he was going to use it to take over the entire Mushroom Kingdom. But luckily, Princess Peach had the help from Mario and Luigi. And then Bowser, of course, tried to kill Mario and Luigi. And Donkey Kong helped out, but Bowser was too strong for him. And then suddenly, Mario and Luigi, he grabbed the superstar, and they got the powers of the superstar. And they knocked out all of Bowser's henchmen. And then they grabbed Bowser by the tail and swung him around and sent him flying into his giant castle head. And then they stomped on him, and the entire Bowser castle blew up. And then in the end, Bowser was on the ground, and then Princess Peach grabbed the blue mushroom and made him eat it, and then it shrunk him. And then Toad picked him up and put him in a jar.
Peaches. Listen, this is not the way I pictured it, but give me one more chance.
Ew, no.
No.
Hey! That is not cool!
Ah! He got the blue mushroom! Eh? Told you I'd get you a pet turtle.
Number 6. Eggman's grandpa. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So, basically, after Eggman finds his grandpa, they work together to defeat Sonic, along with Shadow. And suddenly, they have some good grandpa and grandson time by doing evil things together. And then suddenly, Eggman finally found out that his grandpa was going too far. So he had to stop him. And they used their robot powers to fight against each other. And then suddenly, sooner or later, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles helped out. And then they sent Eggman's grandpa flying out one of the walls. And then he got disintegrated.
Who said life was pointless? Huh?
Oh, right. You did.
Number 5, Pennywise, It Chapter 2. So, pretty much in It Chapter 2, Pennywise returns after he was pushed down the well back in It Chapter 1. And also, plus, I know we're gonna get a new It movie, like, I don't know if it's out yet, but it's called It Welcome to Derry, and Pennywise is gonna return once again. But, yeah, so, like, anyways, in It Chapter 2, Pennywise returns, as I said, and now he's, like, still trying to attack the kids and stuff, just like he did in the first chapter. And also, unfortunately, Stan dies first, because he couldn't make it, because he couldn't forget the time that after they defeated Pennywise, they cut their hands. And then suddenly, we go back to the other 6, because the rest of them return thanks to Mike. And unfortunately, Pennywise was attacking them still, even as adults, as I said. And also, of course, Mike finds a way to defeat Pennywise and break his curse. They go back to the abandoned house, and they start going turn light into dark, while they were fighting the Deadlights. And then suddenly, as they found a way to defeat Pennywise started shrinking until his head was flat, like a pancake. But first, before that happens, Pennywise also kills Eddie, of course. But the rest are still alive, and Mike reaches into Pennywise's chest and pulls his heart out, and they all crush his heart together. And then after that, Pennywise dies, and the abandoned house collapses, and Eddie didn't make it. But the rest made it, and they were all happy that Pennywise was finally gone for good.
Look at you. Grown up.
Number 4, Superfly, TMNT Mutant Mayhem. So, pretty much, Superfly was one of Baxter Stockman's monsters. And basically what Superfly wanted to do was, he wanted to turn every human into an animal mutant. Just like all his brothers and sisters were. And unfortunately, like the TMNT, they tried to stop him, and Superfly's entire family betrayed him, and they were helping the TMNT, and they thought they stopped him, but unfortunately, he mutated into a huge monster made of multiple different animals, and he started attacking the city. But then they found a way. So, after he turned into a whale monster with multiple animals, they launched one of the scientists' crystals into the snorkel hole of the whale head. And then suddenly after that, Superfly blew up and all the animals were back to normal. Number 3, Kent Mansley, the Iron Giant. So, pretty much, Kent Mansley was a soldier, and first he was nice, but then he figured out that suddenly Hogarth knows about the Iron Giant, and he started demanding for Hogarth to tell him where the Iron Giant is. And he wanted to kill the Iron Giant. But then after that, the military found out that the Iron Giant wasn't a villain. He was actually friendly. But unfortunately, Kent didn't care about it at all. And then he forced them to launch the missile now. And then after that, the general got mad at him and told him that the missile was heading for the Giant's current position. And he asked where the Giant was. And it was like right where they were at. And when the missile was going to come down, everyone was going to die. And then after that, the Iron Giant came up with the most saddest plan ever. He had to make the ultimate sacrifice to save everyone. And then Kent tried to get away with it, but before the Iron Giant sacrificed himself, he helped out and he stopped Kent from getting away.
Well, we can duck and cover. There's a fallout shelter right there.
There's no way to survive this, you idiot!
You mean we're all going
To die, Mansley, for our country.
Screw our country? I want to live!
Hold him, then. Make sure he stays here like a good soldier.
Number 2, Von Trapp, the Wild Robot. So, basically, in the Wild Robot, Roz was about to go home, and Von Trapp came to pick her up. And she said that once she puts her on the ship, she was going to erase some of her memories. And then suddenly she started to escape Von Trapp, and Von Trapp started sending out robots to try and capture Roz. And the robots started destroying the forest and attacking all the wild animals. But then the wild animals all worked together with Roz and started fighting all of the robots. And then Von Trapp started coming to blow up all the robots and burning up the forest. And then she caught Roz. And then she was starting to erase her memories. But then the duck, Bright Bill came to save her. And then he managed to get her out of there, and she still had some of her memories. And then suddenly, Von Trapp used the magnet to stop her from escaping. But then Bright Bill, but Roz's extra hand pulled the lever and used the magnet on her instead. And then the magnet started to crush her. And then Von Trapp was destroyed.
We will just
Keep coming until
we have you.
What's it saying?
Nothing important.
just keep coming.
We will just keep.
What now?
And finally, Number 1, Cassandra Nova, Deadpool and Wolverine. So basically, all the stuff that Cassandra did was evil. She killed lots of Marvel heroes. She killed Daredevil, she killed Punisher, and she even killed Ant-Man while he was a giant. And also, she was even going to try and kill Deadpool and Wolverine. But then suddenly, Deadpool and Wolverine defeat her because she was going to use a machine that a guy from another world borrowed Deadpool for, and she was going to use it to make more villains and take over multiple universes. But then suddenly Deadpool and Wolverine work together to make the ultimate sacrifice, and her plan fails and it starts to hurt her until suddenly the machine blows up and she blows up as well. And with that, those are the top 10 more villains from movies that got what they deserve. Hope y'all liked it. And also, if y'all want to see top 10 villains from movies that got what they deserve, the first one, the link will be in the description. But overall, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all next time. See ya.